to Hedgehog. Hello, I hope you're having a great evening. We've gone live twice in 1 week, but there's a good reason. We have a new Lawn Fawn release that's come out today, so I thought I would hop on in and share it with you. Now, we only received this release late yesterday, and I wasn't actually here this morning. We had to hop to the Social Security office to sort out our new Social Security numbers. Now, oh, there's me in stereo, so that we can sort out our Social Security numbers, because we are now properly permanent residents of America, which is fantastic because we're now here for good, which is lovely news. So all of these cards I'm going to show you today are really quick and easy cards because we've made all of these this afternoon. And I'm going to show you everything that's in the release. Plus, I have a giveaway for you. If you are watching this live or you're watching it on Facebook on a rerun, you will notice that in the description, which could be above, it could be below, it could be beside me, and I am doing my usual air hostess, you'll notice there's a link to the blog. You want to hit that because I have an Ellen Hudson coupon code for 10% off your purchase, and Ellen has the whole of the new Lawn Fawn release, and she also has the new Catherine Pooler release in stock as well, so you'll want to check that out. If you're watching it on YouTube as a rerun, you will also want to check out the links in the video description, because I'll have links to that Ellen Hudson coupon code for you. Plus, I will have links to all of the products that I'm going to show you tonight as well. And if you're watching on Facebook, I'm about to have a giveaway for you during tonight's live as well. That will be open until, let's keep it open till the weekend. Let's keep it open till midnight on Sunday Eastern time. And what you'll need to do is comment your favorite product in the new release. And I'm going to be giving away a set of the new ink pads that are in tonight's new release. So let's dive straight in. So let's start with the ink pads. I have all 3 colors along the bottom here. So they have released the Sage Leaf ink pad, the Grape Jelly, and the Apricot. And you can buy these in ink cube packs, or you can buy them in full size ink pads. And you can also get them in ink cubes, and you can buy re-inkers as well. So you have lots of options there. And these are the pads I'm going to wear. I have a spare set, which are on the side here. And this is going to be our giveaway. So you'll just have to let me know what your favorite item is from tonight's live. Lots of comments coming in as well. So let's check in on some of those. Michelle is here. Andre's here. Christina is here. Michelle has shared. Laurie is here as well. Laurie says hi, Greg, as well. Greg done a little dance so you remembered him. Mary's here and Ree is here. Lots and lots of people here with us this evening as well. So I'm going to just keep those comments up as well. So let's dive in to some of the other things we have. So we have this lovely sending hugs. So this comes in their border sentiment lines. I have used the sending hugs on this card here. So this is how it looks. I've layered 2 of them together. I cut it with an adhesive sheet on the back because that makes that layering really, really simple. And then I can bring it a little bit closer so you can see it there. And then I just added, rather than using the dot on the eye, I just put a little gem on top of the eye there. And the hearts are from one of the other new release items. These are the heart dies. Trying to find, they're called Candy Hearts. This was the backer they came on, and I created myself this little jig to create this card, and so I could create lots and lots of them. What I actually did was I took my Misti corners. I don't know if I've got mine still to hand here. So what I did was I took my Misti corners with a piece of cardstock. I put this down the middle of my cardstock, lined up my hearts, lined it up kind of like each way this way so I could get them really nicely aligned, stuck them down really well with masking tape, and then I actually die cut quite a few of these, and then I had a jig to just keep cutting them, and I had them all perfectly aligned for lots and lots of cards. And then I used the hearts that I cut out because they have words in, so we have hugs, we have smile, XOXO, cutie, and I heart you, and then we have a plain one here. I then blended some ink on the top of my plain white ones. These are just dress oxides that I blended on top. And then I put a little gem of coordinating colour up here as well. And then I put over the top some Midas touch, which is why you can see that shimmer on there as well. And then I did a little border of pink glitter paper, black, and then my normal white card base on there. And this XOXO is also a new die from the release as well. So this is the XOXOXO line border, so in a similar style to the sending hugs. So again, this was then in distress oxide, so I did the blue, the pink, and I also did purple in the middle here, and then spritzed it with water, and again, just added some gems just for some detail. So I really easily kind of created 2 cards in one here so that you can create those. And for both of them, I added lots and lots of shimmer and sparkle, and really, really easy as well. Michelle says, Grace getting some love tonight as well. So thank you, Michelle. Christine says, love the sending cards. Perfect for thinking you. Absolutely. You don't have to use these as Valentine's Day cards. And I just love like adding like a little gem in here. It's just a really fun kind of little extra accent that you can add in there as well. And I am not taking these off these jigs yet because I'm not finished cutting these out. So I'm going to cut a few more of those out before I take those off of my jig. So, and I call it a jig because I'm an engineer, and Grace's kind of proud that I probably called it a jig rather than calling it a template or a stencil. He just nodded. I think I got some brownie points this evening. So we also have a new treat box die. And as always, it comes with lots of extra elements. We have hearts, and we have THX. We have some little like labels and arrows and hearts and things. So lots and lots of extra elements on here. These are some that Lawn Fawn had cut out on the back, but I cut 2 out myself here. Look at these cute little treat boxes. They'd be perfect for little Valentine's Day favors at school. You can fit conversation hearts, Hershey Kisses, all those kinds of things. I cut these out of Lawn Fawn cardstock, and they really went together super easy because they all cut in one. You can cut them out of regular pieces of cardstock. You don't need like large, super large pieces or anything like that. And then the heart piece also cuts just in one, and you can see they just lock together really, really easily. And then I just added my hearts here just as little extra accents. So you can see, really easy, but really cute. They make a really cute little school favor if you wanted to send those in. You can make them with little for lunch boxes or put notes, all those kinds of things in there as well. So just another fun thing in the release, and I keep sticking to these cards as well. Let's do these cards because I keep sticking to them. So we have 2 new cover plates in the release. We have a portrait and landscape Polka hearts background cover plates. And so we made a couple of different cards with those. So Hannah made these. She made this Happy Valentine's Day from a previous release, but she put a plain piece behind. This is the landscape one. So she put the pink glitter paper behind and the white glitter paper in front. So you can see there that it just kind of shines through and you still get all of that sparkle. Melanie says, how many kisses fit in the box? I would say probably 4, maybe 5 in there as well. And then, hi Kim. Kim has just joined us as well. And then this one Hannah did, she blended a pink ombre background, and then she put some white glitter paper over the top with the portrait cover plate, and then she used one of those little hearts with the I love you, and she paper pieced that back in. So you can see how the pink in the background just kind of fades. At the top it's really dark, and then towards the bottom it's super light. And so if you like any of these, I'll remind you there is also links in that video in the description. If you're watching it on YouTube, I'll pop them in the description, but there's also a blog post whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. You want to check that out because I've put a 10% off coupon code in there for you as well. Hannah also made this one, which I thought was a really clever idea. So she cut 2 of the cover plates using the tonic pink glitter paper, and then her card base is made out of acetate and folded in half, and then she stuck the 2 together. So when you open it up, you also have that pink glitter paper, so you have kind of a see-through card, which I just thought was a really cool idea. So you can see all the way through this card. You can see when I put my hands behind it, and it's just a really fun card. So if I stand that up, you can see, and I just kind of like, you can see there that it completely stands up and it's see-through as well. So I'm also reading your comments on the side here, and I just think that's a really kind of fun, modern, great for like a teenager. You could put a bold sentiment across here. You could use one of these kind of sending hugs, or you could put a hi, all those kind of fun things on there as well. And then it has a really lovely, I think it's from the Stamp Market, a huge high die that would look beautiful on the front there as well. So there's another thing. I also forgot to show you 2 other cards that Hannah had made. This one is using another Lawn Fawn base die and those hearts that I showed you earlier. Again, all those wonderful tonic papers that you see behind me in my lovely, lovely stamp and storage cases. Greg's gonna sneeze, so we're all gonna... I'm okay. We're all gonna be, we're all gonna jump. And then she made this one. Again, this is a lawn fawn die. And then she used that new heart in the middle there and just layered up different papers. It's amazing what you can do with just taking really pretty textured and colored papers and things, and then just layering up different shapes as well. So that's another one. We also have a new treat box add-on. So this is a raccoon and a fox. I didn't get to make these, but there are some really pretty pictures on the back. So you can see there, this is, you get the tiny treat box, which is not included in this set. But you can see that there's some examples on the back of the packaging. So aren't they cute? I really, really want to make some of these. They're so cute. Michelle says those hearts, everything. They really are. I think there's so many uses for those like conversation heart dies. I am going to get so many different uses out of those. I want to make like confetti out of them. And I loved making, where's the cards I made? And they're down the bottom here. These two cards. I could just make these cards all day long. I had so much. Tilly and I were crafting together. If you watch Hedgehog Hollow on Instagram, I think it may have reposted onto Facebook, I'm not sure. But she was helping me ink blend these. It was really, really sweet. She was passing them through the Gemini, and her and I were ink blending, and then we added our Midas touch on there. And so she was picking out the gems and she was matching up all the colours. It was really, really sweet to watch. So we had a good fun crafting together afternoon. We also have another stamp set, and there are always coordinating dies as part of these, and I put them in the supply list if you're interested in coordinating dies. I have a scan and cut. I did fussy cut this koala because my scan and cut's kind of buried under some other things because we're full in creativation prep. We went to Lowe's this evening because Greg had to load a load of stuff in the truck. He's rolling his eyes at me because I think he feels like he lives at Lowe's recently, because we built this room together and we're building stuff for creativation and all that kind of stuff. So we seem to, we just seem to live there. So this is a new one. So this is I Love You Calyptus. So I wasn't really sure. I mean, I colored my koala and then I kind of sat there and I was like, how am I going to make this into a card? Because he's a kind of little guy. I was like, well, I can make a little notelet. I could do all sorts of things. And then I kind of came up with a little brainwave, which both Greg and Hannah really, really liked. And this is the card I made. So I used that XOXOXO border, and I kind of used it like a piece of bamboo or eucalyptus that my little koala was climbing up. So here's my little guy up here. I used those fur coloring techniques. You can check out our alcohol marker skill builder on our YouTube channel, Hedgehog Hollow on YouTube, and I did some of those techniques on here. And then I made him kind of climb up this XOXO, and then I did the I Love You Calyptus and put a couple of gems on here because I was definitely in a gem kind of mood today, but I just liked how they looked. And then I layered this center. It's actually layered on black. I'm not sure if you can see it that far away, but I just cut it at an angle. I cut it completely by eye, and I layered it just on some black cardstock there. So just a little bit of a different idea. And I cut the XOXO on the green, I think it's called Noble Fur cardstock from Lawn Fawn. And I cut it with adhesive sheet underneath. So I literally could just stick it on my card and off I went. Really, really easy. Probably took me about 10-15 minutes. Really basic coloring. I used all of my warm greys in my Copic. So I think I used a W1, a W3 and a W5 and maybe like a flick of a W7. Inside the ears and his little cheeks are an E93, and that's literally it. Simplest card in the world. Stamped it with my Gina K amalgam ink, which you will have seen in my Inktoberfest review. Really loving the ink. It's the only hybrid ink I found that I do not have to heat set before I Copic. It seems to dry just insanely quickly. And then I did my I Love Eucalyptus. And one tip I wanted to share with you, because I keep my Misti behind me, is inside of my Misti, and Ellen Hudson so far is the only person who still has these in stock, is inside my Misti I have put a sticky sheet. So I bought from Ellen the mouse pad, and I know I keep preaching on and on and on about this, but I think it's like the coolest thing in the world. Inside of my thing, I bought the mouse sheet. I put a sticky sheet from Sizzix in here. And then when I like stamp on these like really small things, whether it's like I Love Eucalyptus or one of the other things on there, Let me find a really small piece of cardstock, because we all cut really small sentiments sometimes and we want to stamp on them. See, I have scissors here. So when you have those like really small sentiment pieces you want to stamp on, and you know when you have like this much that you want to stamp your sentiment on and you don't really know how, well, you put your sticky sheet in here, you stick it down, you grab the closest stamp to hand, and I of course happen to have like a whole box of stamps on my desk, because who doesn't, she says. And so you stick your stamp down and you grab your craft pick. And then, even cooler about sticky sheets, you're gonna love this one. So when you're working with a photopolymer, how many of you have a photopolymer that you stick it down, your photopolymer is now gonna pull your cardstock off? Not with a sticky sheet. It stays there, even that really tiny bit of cardstock, it hasn't moved. So when I stamp, my cardstock stays there. I'm sorry, this is the coolest tip in the world. Hannah hears about this tip all day long. I'm like, have you put a sticky sheet in your Misti yet? And she's like, no, Alex, I haven't put it in my Misti yet. She's like, do you realize I just moved house? I'm like, yeah, but have you put your sticky sheet in your Misti yet? And she's like, Alex, I've just moved house. This, bear with me, it's my like favorite tip of the moment. If you're going to buy anything, if you're going to ask Santa for anything, get sticky sheets. You can put them in your Misti. You can put them on your like die cutting plate so your dies don't move all over the place when you're die cutting. All those kinds of things. Christine loves the koala. Mary would like to know where my cute red door behind me came from. Cute red door, I think, came from Joann's. Pretty sure it came from, couldn't come from Joann's, it came from Michael's, but I'm pretty sure I got it at Joann's from the Maker Holiday section. Kim says, where do you get the sticky sheets on? You get them from Eleanor Hudson, and if you use the WP dot whatever it is link in the video description, then you will get 10% off your order as well. So you can use that link that's in the video description to get your Ellen Hudson coupon code. And if you click any of the links in the link deli, the picture links, that's a Hedgehog Hollow special link in there as well. So that's my eucalyptus, and that's my top tip on sticky sheets. And the final thing I wanted to share with you was this really cool new interactive set from Lawn Fawn. So we have the Let's Toast. We then have the Let's Toast coordinating dies. And then we have the Let's Toast pull tab. And we kind of had a really rough play with this. I say we. Hannah made the mechanism. I coloured the pieces. I got the fun job. But actually, we looked at it and we were like, this looks really hard. And it was super, super easy. We also looked at it and we realised that we can probably use it with some other slider stuff. So we're going to try that. We say tomorrow, probably more like next week. But we're going to try that out as well. But look how cool this is. So this is our card. So popping up to say, I love you with all my tart. It's a pink toaster. And I have a pink toast. Well, I don't yet have a pink toaster. I have a pink kettle that cost huge amounts of money because, so we moved to America. I'm going to kind of go off on a tangent. Greg's rolling his eyes at me because he really wants to sit and watch TV. We moved to America. We're British. We drink a lot of tea. And I'm just looking at Greg's face. It's making me crack up.
Come on.
And so we drink tea every single night. We have a pot of tea. My favourite is Russian caravan tea. And we have the kettle go on and it takes forever to boil. So I'm like, well, this is because we bought a rubbish $5 Walmart kettle. I'm going to buy the really pretty pink Smeg kettle. That gives me an excuse to buy like the KitchenAid pink mixer and the Smeg pink toaster and all those things in my kitchen. And so we then buy this pink Smeg kettle that's like a $150 kettle and it doesn't boil any quicker.
Why is it not exactly the same?
Because the voltage is lower than England, so the kettle takes longer to boil.
No difference.
Yeah. However, I now have a really pretty pink kettle and I have a pink KitchenAid. I just have to buy the pink toaster. But now I have a pink card, so that I think means I have to have a pink toaster.
No, it doesn't. It will toast at just the same speed.
I think it means I have to have the pink, because I have a red toaster and it doesn't look nice. Anyway, I coloured my pretty pink toaster. And if you look at the stamp, these are the eyes that you get on my stamp. So you get these really cute eyes and things that you can add on. But all the other eyes have the option of eyelashes. So I had to add eyelashes to my toaster. And I'm not an artist, but I am kind of proud of my eyelashes. So I'm just going to go back to some of these comments. So what are these sticky sheets? Sticky sheets are, yes, Sizzix sticky sheets. Go to, I will add them to the link deli. As soon as this live is over, I will go onto the blog and I'll make sure I add them to the link deli. So they'll be in that link deli for you. But yes, the coupon code will also work, so you'll get 10% off your sticky sheets. They are from Sizzix. Michelle says, oh crap, yes. But we have a pink kettle, so it's fine. And it's very, very pretty. Husbands just don't understand. They really don't. They really, really don't. But we do need now the pink toaster. Christine loves my eyes for my toaster. Thank you, Christine. So where were we? Back to toasters. Sticky sheets I will add to the link deli. So if you're watching the rerun, or if you give me 5 minutes after the end of live, I will add the sticky sheets to the link deli for you so that you can use your Alan Hudson coupon code and your Hedgehog Hollow links, because we really appreciate when you shop with those, because we get a small commission and that's going to buy me my pink toaster. Anyway, so this is your new set. And then also on this little tab at the top, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I use some Doodlebug coffee and tea paper, and there's like little coffee cups and macarons and frappuccinos and like really, really cute stuff on there. But this is the fun bit, is you get to pull it up and out of your toaster comes your Pop-Tart. So this one, again, I use some Midas Touch, so it has lovely, lovely sparkle to it, like this. And I coloured it with some confetti sparkles. Maddie said it looks like the birthday cake one. You can also add a piece of toast. You can have avocado. You can kind of pretty much pull anything out the toaster. So you really could put anything on. Mary says Ellen is out of the sticky sheets. So I will go and do some research and I will find you sticky sheets and I will make sure I add them to the blog, because I just placed an order for some more sticky sheets because I have them everywhere. I have some that I put on here on my cross sheet, because they're also great because I can put my card on them when I'm working and I colour. You can put that down and then put your stencil on top and it doesn't move. All of those kinds of things. So I will make sure, if you give me just a couple of minutes after the end of the live, I'll make sure those sticky sheets are added, and I will make sure there's some in-stock links in there for you as well. So thank you so much for joining me this evening, and thank you for bearing with me during our conversations about pink kettles and toasters and all those fun things. As I mentioned, I'm giving away a set of the new Lawn Fawn inks in all 3 colours, and I'll also send you one of the cards that we created with the new release. If you are on Facebook, that is where the giveaway is valid. So you will want to leave a comment on the Hedgehog Hollow Facebook page, facebook.com/thehedgehoghollow. And you can leave the comment there of your favourite new item from this release. It could also be my pink toaster, if you like the Smeg pink toaster, if you know what that is. Then you can leave that there as well. If you're watching on YouTube, check out the links in the video description below. And if you want to enter the giveaway, you have until Saturday night, which will be round about the 15th, 16th-ish. Midnight Eastern time, and don't forget to check out that coupon code for Alan Hudson that's valid until the 18th of December as well. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up and ring the bell so you get notifications. And if you haven't heard already, Hedgehog Hollow is the official media partner for Creativation 2019. We are super excited to be able to share with you behind the scenes things, gossip. We'll be behind the scenes, we'll be there first, so make sure you are following us everywhere as well. We'll see you again soon. Happy stamping. Bye.